welcome to episode 4 of At the Table, where we put everything. Everybody ready? On the table.
It's like those game shows where it's like, what do they say? Wheel up! No, is it Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune.
When they like chant the same.
Yeah, Wheel of Fortune.
Pretty soon, everyone's gonna play along.
At the table.
Or on the table, whatever we say. Whatever it is that we say. Anyways.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Sure. Great. Good start, Catherine.
You're
Strong.
killing it.
Real
You're
strong
killing
start.
it. Anyways, this is episode
on
4.
one today, so I'm sorry.
This is episode 4. We are excited to bring this to you today, and let's get it rolling and popping. You want to kick us off on our weekly check-ins?
Yes.
I feel like you had the most
Yes. Okay, so
busy, exciting one.
we had a trip to Boston this past week. We were there from Sunday to Saturday, got back last night, and I thought, naively, that we're going to Boston. It's further north. It's going to be a little cooler. It's going to be great. No. Apparently, we took all of the Virginia heat and humidity with us. We were at Eastern Nazarene College, no AC in the dorm. We were like, open the window. Night one, I was like, Mark was our host, our director guy. Mark, please go to Walmart and buy a fan for every room that we're in. So that's how the trip started. So at least the hot air was moving. So that was our week. We're in Boston, but we'll talk about it later. But we had a fantastic week. And just like we did some street ministry, some prayer walks, some like homeless ministry. It was fantastic. Yeah, we had a really good time.
Great.
Yeah, 12-hour train ride. So if you're up for that, 12-hour one way from Main Street Station to South Station in Boston and back. Yeah, good times. And I also learned that train food is garbage.
Wow.
Garbage. Don't. If you're gonna take Amtrak, sorry Amtrak. If you want to take Amtrak, do not buy the food.
For all of our Amtrak CEOs.
we just lost our Amtrak audience. So sorry about that.
Sorry if you work for Amtrak.
But we did meet Jamal in the cafe car. He's one of the workers there. Fantastic.
Hey, Jamal.
Shout out to Jamal.
If you're listening, what up, homie?
We were a big fan of Jamal by the end of the 12 hours. So
wow, great.
Was it like not salted, or was it like just bad?
The food?
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, so first I ordered a hot dog. And I was like, how do you mess up a hot dog? Anything that they take it out of a drawer or cabinet or whatever, and then they just put it in the microwave. Like the whole thing is in a bag. It's prepackaged. Even the bread? Yeah, bread and everything. So you get microwave bread, and it's like chewing on like a garden hose is what it tastes like.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, Amtrak. Thanks for getting us there, but your food is
do better.
Yikes! Yeah,
yikes. Do better.
We love you, but do better.
Right.
Yeah. Next.
Sure.
I honestly don't. I don't know if I have a week check-in.
Oh, come on! You lived a week.
I know, but I don't I don't remember what I did.
Wow. Sorry, Janelle.
I know.
Pray for you.
I know. What did we? I feel like we did something this week, though. Oh. I
don't know.
I guarantee you both did something.
We helped a friend move yesterday.
Okay.
Sweltering in the heat.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a mark of a friendship.
I mean,
like when you help somebody move, you're shouting to them, "I'm your friend."
Right, and we love you. They bought their first home.
Yes,
so we were helping them move into their first home.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We did that.
That was good of you.
Yeah.
I mean, just kind of worked.
Just works.
It was just one of those. Well, sometimes you gotta have a week like that.
Yeah.
You just gotta have a normal.
It was like a normal week. It wasn't anything crazy.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm balancing out the normal with the abnormal because it was way abnormal for me last week.
Yeah.
I feel like
not that we do everything together.
I gotta look at my calendar. That's honestly how I live my life.
You gotta review back.
Yeah.
I don't know. Catherine did a photo shoot yesterday that I helped with.
Oh, I did do a photo shoot.
For those of you who don't know, I'll plug my sister. She has her own photography.
Wow. No, I meant like, wow.
How did I
was like,
that?
I support
it was a wow, excited wow.
Oh.
It wasn't like a
I was like, I support you.
Wow.
Oh. My sister has her own photography business. You can find her on Facebook and Insta. It's Kath, Kath.
My Instagram is Kath Algeese Photography, and it's Catherine Algeese Photography.
I was like...
It's my name.
Okay, well, your name is not Kath. So.
Well, on Instagram, that was the only thing I had.
I'm so glad, too, because that's, I don't know.
It's weird.
That's what people used to call me in college. It was Kath,
really?
Kathy.
Really?
Yeah. I probably went by Kathy more than...
I'm sorry, my brain goes to catheter. When I hear cath, like the rest of that is going to be catheter.
Actually, my roommate did call me that as a joke for like 3 years.
Ew.
That's a real shame.
That's
We all had those like weird nicknames. Yeah, but that was mine.
Okay.
Did you ever have a nickname growing up?
Oh, I had a lot of nicknames. A lot of them. I don't want to talk about them a lot, but I had a lot of nicknames. Lumpy was one of my nicknames. Lumpy, because my head is super lumpy. Like I got craters, I got valleys. Lumpy.
Oh, okay.
Dookie was another one. Dookie.
Oh. All right, we're just gonna stop you there.
I get why you didn't want to talk about it.
See,
you know my chair.
Yeah.
Well, at least we're not live streaming this through the internet, and everyone can know.
And everybody can know.
At least that didn't
If you were
happen.
one of those people that called Jerry, please comment below.
Lumpy or Dookie? Please. Why do they call you Dookie?
Oh, this is
Jerry.
even worse. This is even worse. Okay.
I wasn't gonna ask the question. I stopped the conversation
All right.
there.
I had a girlfriend. Her dog's name was Dookie, and this dog.
All right, red flag right there.
This dog, he had something. He was very fond of me for some reason. So it got around that this girl's dog really had something for me.
Why would you name your?
So
Okay.
I don't know why you name your dog Dookie. I don't know why you would call another human Dookie. But they
So
did.
people just called you Dookie because your girlfriend's dog was named Dookie and the dog
that's not as
loved
bad
you.
as
That was not as strong as Lumpy. Like Lumpy, I literally like on my varsity jacket, Lumpy, like embroidered that's my name on my jacket, which I no longer have.
You owned up
That's
to it.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was
I feel
that
like-
embedded in my life that I got it embroidered on my varsity jacket.
Wow.
Yeah. But not Dookie. Dookie was
Yeah.
way down the scale a little bit.
I mean, at least it's about the dog, and I thought you messed yourself. Or
No, I
something,
really thought we were
like one day in gym
middle
class,
school.
y'all
I
were
was running the pacer,
right?
And it just got too much. Right
that's-
there on the gym floor.
right. So everybody called me Dookie. Well,
Yep. So
okay.
we got catheter down there on the end.
Yeah.
We got Dookie down here.
Yeah,
it's in the same ballpark.
That's
Let's
a
just leave it
lot.
right there.
That's a lot. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, let's close the chapter on that one.
And that's a wrap on episode 4.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. Okay, so let's try to get past all of that.
Okay.
Let's go to my younger self.
It's actually a good segue.
This is
So
this actually is because
Yeah.
we do. Yeah, you'll understand why in a second. So this comes from Mandy Estes, who is one of the volunteers for the youth group, and she has a lot for youth group. So she's going to give us a good word of advice/encouragement. So stay tuned for that.
My name is Mandy Estes, and if I were to go back in time and talk to my younger self, the piece of advice I would give is learn to laugh at yourself. Be funny. If you trip and fall, do a push-up. If you fart accidentally, ask where the duck was. I don't know. Just be funny, laugh, joke, have fun, and just enjoy life. You'll be much more enjoyable.
I think that's really great advice. Like, I think sometimes we can get really caught up in the things that happen and, like, a nickname, you know? Like, being called Dookie. Like, just embrace it.
Yeah.
Just embrace it and
I'm at
keep
peace with
moving.
it.
Right. Are you?
I'm talking myself into it.
Okay. It's like, I don't... Sure.
What's the word? Manifesting? Yeah,
Manifesting
something.
peace for your
Yeah,
life.
That's right.
Okay. That's great. Okay. That's cool. Okay. Manifesting peace for Dookie.
Right.
No, but I think that's really great advice though. I think that sometimes we can get really caught up in like, what do people think about me? How are people going to react? Or, you know, like just embarrassment of things. And like, if you just let it roll, like she said, you're going to have a much happier life. And I think that's so important.
It's true. I think it's solid advice. I think it's easier to say than it is to do.
Oh,
because we're
absolutely.
complicated beings and we all have pride. And if we feel like we're not a part of the joke or we're not connected, then it's easier to just to kind of clam up and put those defensive walls up. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this wasn't a planned thing, but I mean, what do you think about like how do you get to that advice? Like the advice she's giving, learn to laugh at yourself and be funny. Not everyone, well, most people aren't like that naturally. So, what's something that people could do to kind of get in that direction?
I think first is just kind of acknowledging that, like, whatever this, like, okay, so like she used, if you like trip and fall, like do a push up, like, okay, like you fell, like just let that be okay. Whatever it is, like train your brain to just say that's okay, and that's not gonna matter in literally 2 minutes. Like sometimes there are things that like you can worry about, they're gonna matter in 5 years, 10 years, but like the things that aren't gonna matter in 5 minutes, like don't even stress about it because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like you get gray hairs and wrinkles and it's not worth it. So I don't know. Like I feel like I just tell myself that, like, is this gonna matter? Like no. Like am I embarrassed in the moment? Sure. But like I'm not gonna like be focused on that for forever because it's not gonna matter.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's true.
I feel like I just laugh at everything.
Yeah.
Like I automatically just laugh at myself, and so then people are like, "Ah, okay, let's just all laugh," and then it's like, "Okay, we're all laughing like together."
Yeah.
Nobody ever laughs at me because I'm laughing already.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh, you beat them to it.
Yeah.
There
So
you
it's
go.
like if you just like find humor in everything, or you make a joke, then it's like people will forget it because they'll be like, "Oh, do you remember she was embarrassed?" Like I feel like people remember more if you like get upset about something. Like if you tripped and fell and someone's laughing at you, and then you like got mad at them, people will remember that more than like you just laughing with them.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I never get embarrassed though.
Yeah, I don't think you're like gonna get embarrassed.
It takes a
No,
lot.
I've done,
It
which
takes
is
a
so
lot.
weird for me. You would think I would,
Yeah.
but like there's some embarrassing photos and videos of me. I used to
Our
do
childhood.
I used to do face painting
Oh yeah.
back in the day, and let's just say it wasn't that great. So
There's a video
There's a
of my
video?
sister where she was learning to face paint and she has like tiger face paint
but
all
it's like
over
bright
her.
orange, and
all over her
I'm
face.
a darker human. So
What? And it's literally, this is the video she sends me. I'm away at college. She sends me this video. I'm going to put it in the comments later for everybody.
Good,
It's gold. It is
good.
gold.
I was
And
just
it's-
about to ask that.
The song
We need to
is,
see the video.
so it's like, she's in my parents' bathroom and you just hear, in the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion. Was it sleeps or creeps?
I don't know.
Whatever.
I'm pretty sure it sleeps.
Sleeps
Oh
tonight,
my gosh.
and then it just pans to her face, and she's just like
bright orange.
bright orange face with the tiger on it. It's
so like
gold.
if that like see if that went around, like people would probably been like, oh my gosh, like they're like other people have this video. I'm like, I don't care because I laughed at it. Like I think it's funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny,
So-
and I showed everybody at school. I was like, guys,
Yeah.
please look at how funny my
I've
sister is.
gone half viral on Twitter.
Yeah.
I used to make my sister go viral on Twitter. Like it was my goal, my mission.
I love it.
Listen, nobody ever tell you I'm not a supporter of you because I fight for this girl.
My acapella videos.
Catherine made an
Alright,
acapella
alright.
video.
No, we need
It's
to-
really great as well. So
Yeah,
I
anyway.
think you just gotta laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
Like be a part of the joke. Like it's not gonna matter. Just be a part of the joke.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a video like that where I fell skiing.
Oh yeah.
This was years ago. And you said, like,
so
you made
good.
Kathy go viral. I'm like, I
Yeah.
wonder how many views this video has. It's not great. It's not great. 745 views. So
Yeah,
far.
well, 600 of them are me.
I was like, but
Yeah,
that's like
probably.
literally probably all of
But
us.
same
like,
kind of thing. Like, I fell in this skiing in this video. There's two guys before me. Perfect. They're doing like this little jump. And then I come along, hot stuff, boom, face plant.
So good.
Well, you like
It was-
kicked yourself too. It was a whole.
Yeah, I mean, it
like
looked like
your
you
body
broke
was
your
like
body.
a oh.
Yeah. I kicked my own head in the
Yeah.
back of my, I kicked myself in the back of my head.
We used to use
That's
that
what
as
happened.
a service opener almost
Yeah.
every Sunday. Like every Sunday, somebody new would walk into our church and see that
Yeah.
video.
I'm glad it brings joy.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
so
there's
good.
that other video.
Which
One
video?
where the guy takes the pole and smacks the dude in the back. Remember the guy, they had the two guys, the one guy that pole vaulted into the side
Oh!
of the building. That same set of videos.
Oh my
the guy was
gosh!
just like, service starts now.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a throwback.
Oh,
We need
wow.
to start bringing those
We gotta
back.
bring them back. We gotta
Felty, that
bring
is
them
way
back.
back.
I know.
What a throwback.
Was
That
that-
one's so good.
Was that Skit Guys back then, or was that?
We
No,
gotta-
I don't
we
think
gotta
it
find
was.
I think it's just
We gotta find
random.
it.
He gets to the beginning, he's like, my name is whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like a random guy.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. No, yeah, we need to
Oh,
find all
hilarious.
those.
For so long. And I can't
Oh,
find
I need to post
Yeah.
like one a week on our Instagram.
Those are
Right.
so good. Those are so
I'm
good.
in a Facebook group with like 15,000 youth pastors. I will find that video.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody will have it. Yeah.
We'll do like a
that's so
throwback
good.
Thursday.
I,
And we'll post on
I
Instagram.
totally forgot about that.
That's such a good
I
video.
know. Yeah, I'll
We'll have
trade
to
between
post-
that one and
we'll
Jerry.
post that one.
We'll have to
post
post
that one in the
all of
comments
them.
too.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my word, so good. That's a good one. Okay. All right, so we're going to get into our topic talk for the day. So today we're going to be talking about how to fight complacency in a lot of areas of our life, but we're going to have a spiritual component to it. So I'll have Jerry start this one because, like he said, they were in a mission trip in Boston, and this is something that he was seeing a lot of in the group that went, and you said that it was a purposeful thing that you guys were doing.
Yeah. Now, going into this trip, I kind of had an idea of what we would be doing, but I didn't know like the details. What I knew is that, and I don't mean any like stereotype or like offensiveness in this. What I knew is I was taking suburban kids from Chesterfield, Virginia, into an urban setting in Boston. And they were going to see things that were going to be kind of jarring, kind of maybe shocking, things that you just don't typically see. Not that they don't exist, but you don't typically see them in suburbia. So I knew from the very beginning that we were going to be stretched in some way, and that was on purpose. And I think you have to build things into your life that are going to stretch you, that are going to make you uncomfortable to a degree. And this was just a prime example of that. So we went out on, this was last Tuesday. We partnered with a local church in this particular part. I wish I could remember. I learned there are 23 neighborhoods in the city of Boston, and each neighborhood has their own flavor and vibe. So I wish I could remember the name of this neighborhood that we were in. But this particular area was known for just like drug addiction, like open drug use, like out on the street. People, like we saw people just so high, like uncontrolled. They can't even control their own actions and stuff.
Tweaking out.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's like,
So
yep.
I'm putting, like our high school students like here, like face to face with like, hey, this is what Satan does to somebody's life when he really gets a hold of it, and this is you. And I want you to like connect on, not like in this condescending, like, oh, I'm better, let me help you up. Not in that kind of way, but like, I think what Jesus does is he gets down on the ground with the person who is in pain or hurting or addicted or whatever, and we wash feet and we serve people in that kind of way. So we built those moments into our week for the purpose of being uncomfortable. When I'm going to rewind a little bit. The first night we got there late at night, like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. We get into the dorms, no AC. And these are concrete, old brick, dorms.
Yeah.
And it is like sweatbox. So one of our leaders, like I'm not in the room for 2 minutes. One of our leaders, female leaders who's in the other dorm, calls me, Jerry, were you aware there is no AC? Yes, I'm aware. Just open a window. It's, open the door, open the window, look, you're going to be fine. But even that was like, I knew before we went on the trip there was going to be no AC. But we're not, like, there's no room to take a fan. There's nothing to do about it. We're just going to go through it. So kept that information to myself.
Yeah,
right?
as you should.
Right. So, because there's nothing you're going to change. So we went, and as the week got on, it's not like it got cooler. In fact, it got hotter as the week went on. But you learn that I'm stronger than I thought I was, or I can handle more than I thought I could. Because we intentionally put things as part of the experience that are uncomfortable. And I think that's how you grow as an individual. That's why people go to the gym. Like, nobody goes to the gym to sit around. Like, you go to the gym to put your body into pain because on the other side of it, you're going to be a stronger person. So if you take that to the spiritual level, put your spirit or the path of your life along the way of places that are going to make you like, ugh, this is uncomfortable. So it has to go beyond doing what you feel like you can do to doing what you feel like you can't do. I think Eleanor Roosevelt said that. I think she said, you must do the thing you think you cannot do. And I always will remember that. I love that quote, and I hope I'm getting it right. But I think that's how we grow. That's how we fight complacency. So we had, high school students interacting with full-on drug users, drug addicts, in a way that was redemptive and compassionate and humble, trying to serve them, listening to their stories, because I think that's universal. People just want to be
Right.
heard. They want to be seen. And I was just so proud of them. And I would dare say that every one of those students that went on that trip took probably a big step forward spiritually. Because now you're not in inner city Boston, you're back at school or with your friends. Now you have like a new reference point, like, well, I did this. Like,
Right,
I served a drug using addict on the street. Certainly I can like share my story with my classmate or something like that. So anyway, that's kind of the purpose of being uncomfortable on purpose.
Yeah. Well, and I think that last point you made is really important, because I know for my life, going on mission trips when I was younger and having to be stretched and like pulled into different scenarios that were extremely uncomfortable for me, like help me so much now, like in my life, like whether it's professionally, like in communication with people, or just in leadership positions, like I may be in, like it helps so much, because it's kind of like, oh, well, I had to do that when I was on this mission trip. So like, yeah, like I can do this now because like I did that before. Or whether it's like, I don't really know like how I'm going to go to college and like make friends. Like I went on a whole mission trip to Costa Rica and did not know a single person on that island. But like we were ministering to all those kids like on that trip, and like even some of the adults, like the families, like, so like me going to a class that I don't know people and making friends, like it seems more relatable now. And I think like those are all the points in my life, like where I was stretched, like those are the things that have helped me grow like now. And like there is that, like when you are stretched and when you do have to be uncomfortable and move in different areas, like you are growing and you're learning and you're maturing, and like all of these things are happening like on the other side of it. And it may not be an immediate thing, but it's so important to go through that, because like you'll just stay the same. And then you're going to like be outgrown. Like you're not going to know what to do at a certain point, because you haven't stretched and you haven't grown. Like you got to grow.
It's true.
Yeah. That's so good. I think that comfort is such a thing that we as in we the world, we United States of America people, like I feel like we just love comfort so much. And we almost like crave it in an unrealistic way now. And it's like, okay, like from the simplest things to like I went to Chipotle and they don't have the chicken that I want. Like they only have beef. Like no, like I'm upset. Like I'm whatever, because that is my comfort thing. Like I wanted the chicken. Like it's just like from that to like my AC's gone out and I have to like ride my windows down in the summer. Like I'm miserable. Like if we could switch our brain, I mean it is rough, but like if we could switch our brains to like, okay, well this is stretching me and this is like I'm gonna be okay. Like now I get to try something else. Like I get to try the beef. I get to try the barbacoa. Like whatever at Chipotle. Like like that's different. Like I'm growing. I'm stretching my palate. Like, I think if we just start thinking in terms of, okay, like, how is this going to benefit me in the long run? Like, I'm just going to walk through it now. Like, we would be different. We'd operate differently. And we wouldn't just be thinking in terms of, like, what is going to benefit me in this moment. Because I also think that, like, when we're talking about comfort and fighting that complacency of our lives, like, it's a very selfish motivation, like, behind it. And so if we get out of that frame of reference and we move towards, all right, how is this going to stretch me? How am I going to grow? How am I going to move forward? Like, it's benefiting other people and also me, and not just myself.
I have a great example of that. This was partway through our week. There was a young lady on our trip. Her name is Autumn. She just graduated high school. and I learned like halfway through the week that her parents, she doesn't live here. She's like cousins with one of our young ladies. Anyway, they live in North Carolina. She's like, and her parents said for graduation, we can go down to Florida, get like a beach house, and just spend the week on the beach, or we can send you on this trip to Boston. And she chose the trip to Boston. So like, that's a perfect example of what you were saying. Like, she literally chose, I'm going to turn away from what I know would be luxurious and comfortable, and I'm going to do something else.
Yeah.
And to me, that was such a great example of what all of us really need to do on a regular basis. What is it that is going to be uncomfortable or is going to be inconvenient? But I think that's where God hangs out more often than where we're comfortable and what's convenient.
Yeah. So I think next is how do we, when there are going to be situations in our life where we're going to have to be uncomfortable and be stretched. So the next thing is what do we do when we are faced with that? I think the first thing is just face it head on. Mm-hmm. Like, walk into it and just know, like, this is going to be uncomfortable. Like, it is. It's going to be uncomfortable. You haven't done that before. You haven't walked that path before. Like, whatever it may be. Like, it's going to be uncomfortable. Acknowledge that. But just go head first into it, knowing that. Mm-hmm. And then, like, sit back and try to find the pieces in it that are enjoyable. Mm-hmm. Because I think even though, like, even if it's a completely sucky situation through and through, like, you're going to learn something from it and be better because of it. And, like, that is the good piece of it.
Yep.
So I think you just gotta go in head first and just know, like, I just gotta do it. I gotta stretch myself. I gotta grow. Because you don't want to get left behind.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Anything else?
No. It's good. Well, there's a ton more.
Right.
We could spend the rest of the afternoon. We probably shouldn't, though.
Right. Probably not. Well, our challenge to you guys then is embrace discomfort. Mm-hmm. Fight that complacency. Because it's so easy to just get suckered right into that and right into what is comfortable and what is normal to you. But fight that, because I don't think there's anybody who went on that trip who is like, oh, I hated that and I will never go on another trip again with Jerry Varner because he stretched me. Like, I don't think there would be anybody who would say that.
So. Yeah.
You heard it here. Yeah. So stretch yourself. Fight that complacency. Don't be comfortable when it counts. Amen and amen. Okay, Catherine. It is your time.
I know, I lost it.
Oh, jeez. You're really slipping.
One job, Catherine.
Really
One job.
That was because I was looking for a video, and then Alright. So today's unpopular opinion. Did you see it?
No, I can't see it.
No, we have no idea what it is.
It says, people shouldn't be allowed to share their sob story on competition shows. Like, Who's Got Talent?
Oh, yeah.
I guess all like
American Idol, America's Got Talent.
They shouldn't be able to boohoo all over everything and try to win favor with the audience, judges, or whoever.
I don't know. I mean, okay, I remember way back in the day, there was on Survivor, there was this dude named Johnny Fairplay.
Whoa.
And
Survivor.
yeah. And remember when, like, the episode when all the family members come visit?
Oh, mm-hmm.
All right, so he had a friend that came visit to tell, and he was expecting his grandma or something. Oh, I'm sorry. Your grandma died. Turned out his grandma didn't die. Like, he made the whole thing up.
So he made this guy come on just...
Oh, so everybody felt sorry for him.
Right, yeah. So he played that, right?
That's trifling.
That's why I'm like, some people, you just never know anymore. You never know what people
I was watching Blown Away, which is a glass making competition.
Oh,
wait, I really think that was one of the...
And one of the
it literally says Blown Away.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was.
One of the competitors, like, her husband, she lost her husband recently. And, like, it's the first episode, first round, and they're doing all the critiques and the judging, and she just starts, like... And I was like...
I'm already annoyed.
I don't know,
See, I get it. It makes the story, like, it makes it a show. But then, like, I feel like they shouldn't be able to judge based on that.
Yeah.
See, and this is the issue that I started having with like America's Got Talent, American Idol. Like, you would hear the full sob story, and then like the judges would be like, "So tell us your story," and they'd be like, "When I was 2, I was left on the side of the road, and I had to like hobble my way to school every day, and then my grandma was like, I don't love you anymore," and like
there's one person out there that's like, "Hey,
My story. I did hobble.
oh my god, maybe you should take it." Somebody's out there. Wait a minute.
listen, if you were 2 and had to fight your way, I don't know. So sorry for you. Discomfort. You grew from it, though, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I used to, it annoys me so much.
Yeah.
It annoys me so much. And then the judges are like, "Oh my gosh."
Well, it seems
And I
like they
feel
only
like
ask that question when they know there's a story. So that's why I'm like, is it set up?
the producers are feeding them.
I know.
Jamie's shaking his head yes. And the
100%
producers
fake.
Yeah.
the producers are feeding them. I know that, and I just don't like it. And I enjoy shows like The Voice or whatever, like where it's just the talent first.
Yeah.
And then you get the stuff. Like, but don't give me the stuff before you have to vote and send them to Hollywood or send them to whatever or give them the money. Like, like, I don't want to hear that. Like, even Shark Tank, like some of them who come out with their like whatever and they're like,
yeah.
I created this because I was.
But Shark Tank, they don't care.
And I love it for them because they're savages and I love it. And I'm like, yes, boo-hoo the story. We don't care.
Right.
Show me how much money you're going to invest in this. Like, that's what I want to know.
Who is
like,
it? Barbara. Barbara's like, no, don't cry.
Oh, yeah.
You give your strength away when you cry.
Oh, no,
yeah.
Barbara.
Oh, she is hard.
I watched one. She was like, "How do you make a living while you're like selling these products?" And this girl's like, "Oh, like my dad pays my rent." She's like, "Well, for that reason, you're out." And she was
And I was like, yes, take them out.
everybody in the comments was like, "Oh my gosh!" And they're like, she was like, "Cause you're privileged." She was like, "You need to be on the street selling these products."
Hobbling.
I love Shark Tank.
We need more hobblers.
Exactly. But that's why I like Shark Tank. Like, I used to love watching Shark Tank because it didn't matter. It was just based off of the pure talent of the person. It had nothing to
Such a
do
good show.
with the stuff, you know? Because I just feel like it gets so overplayed.
Yeah.
And I'm over it.
Everybody is saying that it ruins shows. I was seeing maybe people were like, "No, I love it."
Well, and I'm an emotional person. Like, I really am. I'm an emotional person. And so, like, I don't care for that. Like, there are some where I'm like, oh man, like,
what about people
like, that sucks.
that are like already like maybe like social media famous or famous and they go on talent shows? Does that bother you? That bothers me.
I mean, I understand why they do it.
Like the lady that sang the song "Never Enough" from Greatest Showman. But like they didn't use her. They used her voice, but she wasn't in the movie.
Yeah.
She went on America's Got Talent, and I was like, "We know you can sing. You're in a hit movie, like a musical."
Huh.
And I was like, "How do you let her on a show?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean,
I don't like
I
it.
don't know.
Maybe if they're like playing for charity or something. Like if they win, they're gonna give it to like a charity.
I don't know. Well, on The Voice, there are a lot of people who like had a record deal, but then their record like dropped them, so they go on for like their next shot at like having a career.
Yeah.
I guess it's different if you like if you're not well known and you're like, this is my last chance to really have something. I think that's different. But like, I don't know. I mean, maybe she's not getting called for other things, but
maybe.
like,
I'm like, I feel like Greatest Showman not just came out, but like you can
she
milk
at least
that
getting
for
the
a
royalties
while.
off of the song. I mean,
like go sing that live on like Broadway or something. You probably still get money.
right? Exactly. I don't know.
Anyway, that's
Let's
just
go
me.
with Catherine.
Yeah.
Me being
Good
bitter
job,
about
Catherine.
reality shows. I can't watch them anymore. It just annoys me.
Yeah.
Even So You Think You Can Dance, it came back, and it was like all sob stories, like all of them. And I was like, what is this? I'm watching like Dr. Phil as I'm like, so I'm going like.
Just want to watch him dance.
Yeah, I was like, I just want to see them dance.
Just move your feet.
Just dance.
All right, that was it.
Okay,
All right,
that was
good,
good.
Catherine.
Good job.
Good.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right, well, that was episode 4, guys.
Or
I feel like we've been doing like so many of these. Like, I think it's crazy that it's only episode 4. But whatever, time flies. I guess when you're having fun.
Right.
What?
That felt like a negative commentary.
I know.
Did it really?
I feel like we need to do this forever.
This feels so long.
No, I
should be on
just
episode 100.
Can we be
but
done
We're
yet?
only on 4.
I meant like I just feel like we've talked a lot, like about like so many things. You know, I don't know. It wasn't a negative
It's true.
comment for
All right,
all the viewers out there.
we'll forgive it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't a negative comment.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy this. Promise.
Yeah.
But yeah, episode 4 done in the bag. We did it.
Yeah.
Remember, don't be complacent.
True.
Be on the
Stretch yourself. If
Yeah.
you're gonna go on a reality TV show, don't give us a sob story.
Or a
That's
fake
right.
one. Don't be
or a
that
fake
That's right.
one. Yeah,
That's
don't
right.
kill off your grandma. Like,
Because
don't
I'm
do
the
that.
one searching these people. Also, we have an event.
July 31st.
I was it 30. July 31st, and we are going to go out to a restaurant for brunch after church. So be on the lookout on our socials, because you guys are going to be picking where we're going. We're going to do a little poll.
You get to choose.
And then August 13th, we have
August 13th, we have a 50+ ministry at our church, and they would like to host the young adults
Free food.
to
all I'm
lunch,
gonna say.
free food,
free food.
and they're gonna do some game
Trivia,
of some sort.
something.
Yes.
I'll
And
just
there's-
say we did that one time in student ministry. Like we had like the widows group. They crushed the food.
Oh,
game.
so
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So-
All right. So
Everybody's
I'm out for
grandma
that.
making food. So
August
I mean,
13th at noon.
yeah,
Will be that
12 to
event.
2.
12 to 2. So
Those are our
again,
next two things.
look on our Instagram, Facebook,
Popping
all the
up.
information.
Yeah. Also, Seek Jesus. We still have that deal. You get
Yes.
15% off if you
Nice.
use our
SS
code.
Young Adults. Shout out to Romp and Roll.
Yeah.
Catherine's second
Because why
job.
not?
They gave me money.
Catherine, right from work today.
Right from
Exactly.
work.
Thank you once again to
Gave y'all free promo today. This
Yeah.
one's for you, Babs. It's the owner. Romp and Roll.
Okay, thanks, Babs.
Thank you once again to Samuel Felty and Jamie Moore
Yes.
for being our fantastic
Amen.
Sam's like,
people. We love you guys. Bye.